this all came about was I watched a documentary on Jean Michel Basquiat, who was an amazing artist from out of Brooklyn, New York. And back in late 70s, early 80s, he was literally a nobody, surviving every day hand to mouth, coming from the wrong side of New York. And he was just such an inspiration just to see his story, because once I watched his documentary and to hear his story on where he came from and what he had to do in order to get to becoming one of the most well-respected artists of our generation. Put that aside, it was just more the inspiration I caught from him, which was about his struggle, not being accepted, not being able to fit into that stereotype of what an artist should look like or where artists should come from. And he was everything that the art world was against. You know, you had this young black guy, funky haircuts, half-shaven head, grew it into natty dreads and stuff like that. And I just think he was just so unique in his own way. And I just like the fact that he came in and he didn't apologize for who he was. He knew who he was, and he was unapologetic in that way. And I think for me, I took a lot from that, because the struggles, although he was in the art world and I'm in the sport world, is very, very similar in terms of you knowing what you're worth and you knowing what you're about and you knowing what you want to achieve. And for it not to be recognized because of who you are. And I think that was powerful for me. That was really, really powerful for me. So once I watched that documentary, I just kind of was intrigued by how, you know, people in and around that time of New York knew who he was, but no one actually really knew him. Didn't even know anything about paints, to be brutally honest with you. I just liked what I liked. And you know, I went out and I searched for the canvas and I searched for the paints, and I was, you know, in paintbrushes, I just thought, you know, we could just pick up any paints and any paintbrushes and it'll work on the canvas. But again, I was quite surprised when I was told about what type of paint you need, what type of paintbrushes you need, and what type of canvas you need, depending on what type of art you want to create. From watching Jean Michel Basquiat's documentary, I just felt like I had to do it. Why? Because it was just a take on the 444, of course, the Jay-Z album, his latest album. And that was a lot of the inspiration behind it, do you know what I mean? And it's just been able to identify with that. I just found it a way just to relax. Because sometimes you can't say what you want to say, but if you put it up on the board, it's there, innit? A friend of mine, Dean Smart, amazing, talented guy. He could do anything with his hands. He's proper. I sent him a picture of Jean Michel Basquiat's skull, the one that went for the record, 110 million, and I asked him to have a crack at it, you know, and he's certainly doing that. So I'm excited to see what it will look like. I haven't seen it yet. He's had it for about a week or so, 2 weeks now, but I haven't seen it. So I've been told I'll get it Friday, so we'll see. Home is my church, you know, and what that basically means is that it's hard enough out there in the world trying to make it, you know, on a day-to-day grinding and the struggle and, you know, doing what you do. And sometimes you want to come home and it's just like, that's your sanctuary, that's your church, that's your peace, that's where you and are so happy, that's where you are so happy, that's your happy place, that's where the spirit is. And again, a lot of this kind of stuff, if I'm being honest, it's like me talking to myself. Do you know what I mean? It's like me being honest with myself. As you can see, there's question marks here. You know, there's a lot of love here, there's a lot of crosses there, because you almost want to be saved. You almost want to be saved in a way that you know that there's something wrong, but you're still trying to find the keys to fix it. You know, so there is a lot of love in this, and I think if you look at it from at face value, you may not see that, but this is a representation of love and all the stuff you go through. As a man, this is such a powerful quote. I fall short of what I say I'm all about, you know, because us as men, we've got bravado, right? We're strong, we're tough, we've got a perception that, you know, we're always right, we're never wrong. And I think it takes a real man to be able to say, you know what, I messed up, you know? What I'm saying to you is the truth. Or what I'm saying to you, you need to be doing, I ain't doing it, so I'm falling short of that. Then how can I expect you to do it if I'm falling short of it? But you have to be comfortable and confident in yourself to be able to identify that trait. I enjoy doing it, and it's something I've never done before. And what I did realize that once I thought I'd finished it, I never finished it. I came back to it and added something else because I had another emotion, another feeling, and I just kept on adding and adding and adding until the point of where 3 days later I said, you know what, that's enough. Now I'm sitting there thinking, I need to go and get some more canvas. I need to get some more paint, you know, so it's definitely had the effect on me that I didn't expect.
You sponsored now?
Working.
Hi there, sir.
Best team in London.
Oh, don't start all that.
All those WhatsApps from earlier, they're coming back. All those WhatsApps from earlier.
See a full set.
Boys, come on, look at your fucking ball already. Fuck's sake. Come on, James. James. Yes, James. Come on, James.
Yes, hey.
Heavy! Where is it? Heavy! Ball too much! Too much, man!
Yes!
Come on! Yes, you got it!
When you short,
Come on! Mitch! Have a shot, Mitch, if you want. Come on, boy! Go! Here, go! Man on!
You've got 2 more than us. It's a fact. This ain't a fucking result for you. Count it result. We're 2 more than us.
It's 14-12. It's 14-12. Oh! Yes!
Yeah, go keep going.
Hey! One more! Charlie! He's going left! Time! Hey, stop for me! Daniel, one more! Hey, stop for me! Go to the ball! Go to the ball! Stick it, Dan! Bring that back on! Back in! Keep that wide, keep! We got work in here! Kevin, get back, Kevin! Kevin, do it like that! Kevin, get back! Marvin! Marvin! Here we go. Win that, Kevin, win that! What are you? Two! We're fucking standing up! We have to press it! Oh, yes, Greg! Yes, Greg! What are you saying now? You know what? Charlie! Let's play! Let's play! You ain't got nothing, you lot! These are worse teams! Come on! More! Yes! Yeah, could it live with us? Yes! Could it live with us? Come,
I'll give you some.
The game was challenging, very passionate fans, players, but yeah, it was good in the end.
Cameraman, let me tell you something, right?
Let
me tell you something from now, right? Don't get too carried away, don't get too excited over that, right? We had 6 main players out, they should have beat us about 7 players. They should have beat us by about 7-1. And let me tell you another thing as well, 110 appearances, ain't scored a goal yet.
Anyone find you a taxi? Someone find you a taxi.
Wait to get back in again.
You know another thing as well, they're all cheering for one victory, and by right, there were 2 goals up, and then they give us a player. That says it all.